What's up YouTube? In this video I'm going to be talking about my journey in shrimp breeding and what you can learn from all my mistakes and how you can breed shrimps for profit. I started this project in late 2022 and I found the fish tank in the dumpster and I cleaned it up, of course. Anyways, to get it started, how much did I spend total on this first venture? I spent a total of $224.97. That was at the beginning. It might have been more later on, but that's how much I spent at the beginning of this.
So firstly, how much money did I spend on shrimps? I spent a total of $40 for 4 shrimps. That means I spent $10 per shrimp. And yeah.
So what were my big spending points and what can you learn and do otherwise? So my big spending points was I spent $10 per shrimps instead of like 5 or 4. I sold them for 5 to 4. So yeah, that's one big thing. Now, how do you avoid that? What do? You look around more in the fish stores. You check online and like see if people are selling it on like marketplaces. But most likely, the best option is find a reputable source online who has live shrimps, live guarantee. So if it arrives live, then you're good. And if it arrives dead, then you get a full refund. Make sure they're reputable. And the other thing is gravel. I spent $40 on gravel. I honestly didn't need all of that gravel. I think that was dumb of me. I could have just spent $20 on a good gravel for the plants and stuff. And the plants, how much did I spend on the plants? $10 to $15 each, and I got like 3 plants. So yeah, and then the buckets, you need buckets. I got 2 instead of like just 1. But the more I think about it, you just need 1. I have like 2 5-gallons. So you just need 1 5-gallon, because if you have a 10-gallon tank, you're not going to do a 50% more than a 50% water change. It's just not that common. And then you need a little cleaner, a little gravel vac, which is like $20 or so, and the light was $20 on Amazon. The gravel vac, more expensive in stores. Check Amazon, there's some good ones there. And yeah, all right, so now that I got the spending out of the way, how much shrimps do you need to get started? So I started off with 4, and then I later bought more. I bought up to 10. So I spent at least $100 on the shrimps alone. And the numbers that I'm saying at the beginning there, 244, 224, I think I spent like 300 or so, maybe a little bit more even, probably. And yeah, so I would say go with 10 or like 7, or if you really want just a small amount of shrimps, then go for like 2 or 3. But if you're gonna go for a small amount, make sure that you have 1 male and 1 female.
How do you tell the difference is, firstly, I look at the tail. If it's a straight tail, it could either be a male or a female. It can be a bit confusing, but the females, once they get older, you'll see the female tail arch down, and the female has body armor, and the male doesn't. The male's smaller too, and the male tail goes straight up, like that in the drawing there. Anyways.
All right, so how long will it take you to breed them and to make sure that they have kids? So the way to tell is how old they are is when you just see they're really tiny. That's how you know they're younger. And when they're like mature, their colors get better and you can just see that they're older. I had red rili shrimp, so they're like more see-through. But you can still see through just the red ones. So the females, when you know that they're more mature, is when they have their eggs at the top, and you know when they're pregnant when the eggs go to the bottom. How long does the pregnancy take? The pregnancy can take 15 to 30 days as well. And I didn't realize like that she was giving birth or anything, that my females were giving birth to like little shrimps, because you don't really see it. They just do it at random times. And the shrimps, they're super tiny. They're like this big. It's like as small as a pebble. And then they grow up bigger and bigger over the time, and you just say like, oh wow, it's big. And yeah, do you really need to feed the little ones? No, you just feed the main tank and add maybe a little bit more food, and you're good. And they still eat algae, they still do all the same things. And yeah, that's how you do it. Now this brings me to my last point. How do you sell your shrimps? How do you make money out of this venture? So firstly, be mindful of your budget. Have a set budget. I'm gonna spend this much amount of money, and go under that budget however you can. And don't overestimate overestimate how much money you're gonna make. You're not a fish store. You're not gonna sell shrimps for $10 each or $20 each if they're the same basic shrimp that everyone has. Let's be real.
So in short, just be mindful on how much you're selling it for. I personally sold my shrimps at $5 each. How did I sell my shrimps, you may ask? My recommended method is using things such as marketplaces. Craigslist is a good one. I hear that's good. I personally didn't use it. I personally used OfferUp, and that got me some sales, but it's not allowed on OfferUp, so I would not recommend doing it on OfferUp. Your post will get taken down. I would recommend Facebook Marketplace as well, or mainly selling on Instagram. Another method I tried selling on that didn't work as well, that I'm going to get into, and you're going to see my ad in a second, is selling on a digital store on my own storefront. And there is cost of marketing if you do that method, but honestly, the best method is selling online through marketplaces and in person and on Instagram. Make Instagram posts and then get people to message you there, and then you could sell in person or something like that. That'll make you much more money, and you'll save you time and save you things. Anyways, now onto this other method.
Yo, what's up, TikTok? Yo, what's up? These are my 10 neocaradina shrimps bagged up, red rili and red ones. This is what the box looks like, so you know which way to open it up. This is what it looks like. The shipping will look different later on. On the website, it should say email for 10% off, as well as this 25% off code for my first ever order on the store, not every single one. And the contact info on the store, shipping will change anyways, go check it out. So I managed to get one sale through TikTok. Not through the ads themselves, but someone I've been messaging on TikTok, and I liked his page or whatever. He was the one order I had on that store. I made a video about it on TikTok and on YouTube here in the shorts thing, I think. But yeah, anyways, so he's my only order, and I spent, how much did I spend on the ads? I think I spent like $80 or so, or I kept needing to reload the account, and I got like a few clicks to the store, but I didn't make any sales. So honestly, TikTok, no, it's definitely a no, unless you can really make good ads, because the ad was not the best, I must say. I have made a few different types, but every time it was just like similar. Also, think about it like this: who's gonna order from you online when they don't know who you are, they don't know anything about you, even if you have a TikTok page? Like, unless you're really big on TikTok or big on Instagram. Like, yeah. But honestly, the best method to sell it is through marketplaces and through people that you know, people who may be interested. And some people also sell it back to the fish store to get like more goods and then bring it back and then just keep growing and growing. I thought about that, but I didn't really want to because my guy already had a supplier. Most people already have their suppliers down, and it's not like they're gonna pay you all cash. And if they do pay you cash, it's not gonna be bang. When you sell to an actual consumer, a person of this, think about it like this: it's like a person. A person wants to buy it from you, you're gonna make more than if you sell it to the guy who's like a wholesaler. Think about it like that. You know, he wants to make money, and you want to make money, but he wants to make much more than you. So it's like you're gonna sell it to him. He's gonna be like, okay, I can do $3 or $2 per, and because he already got a supplier at cheaper, better price. So yeah. Anyways, I blew quite a bit of money on TikTok ads. I'm not gonna do that again for this selling shrimps. That's what I learned from it. Don't do my mistakes. Anyways, now to the last and final point. How much money did I make? So I didn't have this like written down or anything like that, but I believe I made like 160 something. I done the math and I got like, yeah, so it was like, yeah, that's 60. Here's a 50 over here that I made from it. That's 60. And then when I first made my first sale ever, it was to some like security lady. I thought she was like a police or security, Miami-Dade County security or something. I don't know. I got like $25. And then from this sale, I got like 60. And then the one online, I got like $30 for the shrimps itself. And then the shipping, I got the money for the shipping as well, I guess. So I would just say I made a total of 140 to 170. How much did I spend overall on this whole journey of shrimp breeding? Maybe 300 or 400. Some down in the red, like red. But it was a fun experiment, and I also still do have all the equipment that I had from before. I'm gonna show you right now. So this is my like mom's house. I'm in college now. I turn on my lights in there. You can see I got both tanks. I got another little tank in there, and yeah. Also, why do I have 3 tanks? You might be wondering. Because I tried corals, I completely failed and lost even more money on corals. But shrimp breeding, if I were to start, and if I were you, the thing that I would do first is find a 10-gallon tank for $10 or for free in the garbage, because I found mine in the garbage, just got lucky. And just try it. First, clean it out, of course, if it's dirty, if it's from a friend or whatever. How do you clean out the tank? I used vinegar at the start to wipe it down with and stuff. There's many ways. Check YouTube. There's videos on how to clean a tank. And yeah, then I would also order most things on Amazon, such as your sponge filter, chemicals, and everything like that, because it's much cheaper for the most part, unless it's like some huge discount on like secondary at the store or something. Sometimes they run those, but mine didn't. And then for the shrimps and for the actual like fish, so order the shrimps online if you can, and make sure it's reputable source. Maybe you get different colors than just the basic red and basic, basic ones. I would say keep a fair budget on the shrimps. Keep to $5 to $6 per. Um, and yeah, so that's what I would think. And then the last thing I'm gonna be talking about is there's still a little bit more I need to talk about right here. I'm just gonna finish this off. So don't think about just the money of it, and also, not just that, but also I had snails. I got a plant, so be mindful of your plants and where you get them from. I went to a different store. I got this plant. I'm like, oh wow, this plant looks so cool. Got these snails. Like, oh wow, these snails are so cool. My shrimps never had a problem with the snails. They got along well with them. They're basic bladder snails, but they reproduce so fast. My tank became a freaking mess of just snails, and then the shrimps got outnumbered by the snails. If you want to, you can also combine, so you can get ram's horn snails and then shrimps and then this, like tetras or something. But just be mindful of that, and be mindful of where you're getting your stuff from. Anyways, guys, I hope you really enjoyed that video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and peace out.